guys, and welcome to a new edition of the Top 10 PPC News-Parade of the first week of November 2025. What we are talking about today: Google Ads, AIMax and Demand Gen under the microscope. When it's worth to brand it and when it's not. Brand exclusion and performance max, performance evaluation, automation and human touch. When it's worth to have the human controlling the automation in particular. Where and how AI mode will influence ads. Unsmart cropping in Google Merchant Center and a script for negatives. Meta ads, first conversion or every conversion. 5 to 10 now ad tests available. Amazon sponsored contents by influencers and bid control for top or underlying visibility. But beside the top 10 contents in this week, there are two extra contents I would like to share with you. The first is the call for speakers for the next edition of ADworld Experience in October 2026, the 15th and the 16th of October in Bologna, of course. You don't have to be famous to speak at ADworld Experience. The only requirement is to have an interesting case that can be used to understand a tactic or something important in managing campaigns. The second extra post is by Click Patrol on our blog, and it's how to monitor the sorry, I showed you the Italian version. It's a post about the quality of ad traffic and how to control it and better it. But let's start with the content number 10, which are two posts on LinkedIn, actually. One by Daniel Thaaanks, and it's about the user-generated content that now is not only user but influencer-generated content that can be sponsored in Amazon now. So it's a very interesting evolution of regular content sponsoring in Amazon. And another post interesting is by Isaac Gross on LinkedIn again, and it's on the fact that now it's possible to differentiate bids on if they are on top of search or underlying it. News number 9. It's a script we already shared in the past by McNick to find the best the keyword which can be posted as negative. So the keyword which are consuming budget but are not performing. So this script is suggesting you which one could be useful to set as negative. News number 8. It's a post by Kirk William on LinkedIn.com, and is recalling us how to stop smart cropping in Google Merchant Center. So if you see strange crops of your products now, you know that it could be this. The reason could be smart cropping and how to stop it. News number 7. a very nice post by Athena on searchengineland.com, and they are releasing some data on which queries are more, in which queries are more shown the AI overview or AI mode search. And it's easy to see that the industries are differentiating on this. So you can have longer or smaller queries in different industries showing or not showing AI overviews, and it's of course impacting ads on that specific vertical. And another thing worth mentioning is the fact that queries are getting longer and longer. Queries with AI mode or overviews are getting longer and longer, so the funnel is going down and down with AI mode, and it's of course impacting ads too. News number 6. Very nice post by Sarah Stayman on searchengineland.com, and she's explaining when, especially in 4 cases, it's not a good idea to embrace completely automation. It's basically the idea is when you have not so much data to give to the machine, the automation have to be a human supervisor. Otherwise, it would be a complete disaster with your money. News number 5. Brian Van der Allen on LinkedIn.com is recapping 4 new Meta ads updates. The first and most important is the fact that now you can select if you want to optimize for first conversion or all conversion. And here we have also another post by John Loomer speaking specifically on when it's more convenient to use one and the other option. And there are also other minor edits, minor updates in Meta. The most important, the second most important is, in my opinion, is the fact that now you can test up to 10 creatives in your campaign. Before it was only 5. News number 4. 4 very interesting posts on Performance Max. The first one is by Andrew Rock on LinkedIn.com, and he's explaining what he's looking at when he first opened a new Performance Max campaign. And the first thing is the video part of engagement of impressions. The second is the search term report to understand which part is spent on branded term, and the third is asset performance. Another interesting post by Damiano Oliva, it's in Italian, but you can translate it on LinkedIn, of course. It's about the fact that the conversion rate calculated in the Google user interface is not, it's not exactly, it can't be exactly compared among search campaigns and Performance Max, because the conversion rate in Performance Max is calculated on interactions, not only on click. So if you want to have something comparable, you should have it you should compare clicks and conversions. And so he did this new metric, calculated this new metric, and found that in this specific case, Performance Max is working even better than search campaigns. Of course, every case has its own story, but this is the meaning is quite significant. Another interesting post is by Amit Chabra on oskipmedia.com, and she's suggesting very warmly to exclude our own brand on PMax, to avoid deceiving ourselves, because of course, being a low-hanging fruit, performance max will heavily rely on this. And in particular, Kirk Williams here on LinkedIn.com is explaining when this is worth doing, when to exclude brand and when not. News number 3. 2 posts on LinkedIn. The first is by Mike Ryan, and he's sharing some interesting stats on demand gen campaigns, and on the same focus, Thomas Echel has recapped in a table all the how the costs in demand gen are calculated depending on the channel in which the ads are shown. The second most important post in this week is by Andrew Lork, SavvyRevenue.com. He is explaining when brand building is worth it and when not. When you have to protect your brand, your own branding in campaigns, and how to do it, and when you can't, when you don't have, or you even can't in some options. And it's very, very interesting, the perspective on this in this post. The news number 1 in this week is by Mike Ryan again on SMAC, and he's sharing some data on AIMax, both on the side of adoption rate, which is quite low in their own point of view, of course, but there are 600 accounts, not one, and even on the performance. So we shared in past week something like that, but yeah, are more enhanced data to show it. That's all for this edition. If you like this PPC Parade, please like, comment, or share, and we'll see you next week. Ciao, and may the ROI be with you.